Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious morning. Yes, again, the beautiful reminder of choice that you have, that I have, that we all have. And what is that choice about? It's about thought. Remember, you can think what you please. If to think is to form, you, my friend, can form what you please. Now, let's just sit in that for a moment and bask in the power of that power that's in every single one of us. So, you have this ability to accept, reject ideas, to originate ideas, all where? In the mind. And again, why that's so important is because thoughts are things, thoughts are energy, thoughts are the magnets that attract to us the very things that we think. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. All things were made by imagination, and without imagination was not anything made that was made. See, you can use that in your life to deliver whatever outcome you would love for your life. But see, this is where you've got to do the work and build it in your own mind first. And that is something that's incredible for every single one of us. We just have to accept that and use that. And the next thing you know is the results show up in the outer world. Remember, your outer world is a reflection of what's happening in your inner world, and your inner world is a world of thought. That's amazing. All right. So, with all of that, reminder for you is that this Saturday on the 31st, we have Emergence happening. And if you haven't registered for Emergence, register and then also invite other people to come along as well. This information is something that everyone needs access to, that everyone needs to use so that they can better their lives. See, change how you think, you change your life. And that's what's happening at Emergence. And then after that, we go into this. We've been studying this beautiful gem here, The Science of Getting Rich. If you don't have a copy of this beautiful book, go ahead and get yourself a copy. If you need a link for where to get that, just click on the link that we provide to you to get yourself a copy. Get this specific copy if you want to read along with us directly, word for word, page for page. And then from there, mark it up. Yes, memorize it, but most importantly, apply it in your life. Remember, application is the name of the game. If you don't apply what we're sharing with you, you will not deliver change. See, it's through the movement of this information that you deliver the change. It's not by studying it only and by collecting the information, by memorizing it only. See, that's just passive, static information. You got to make it something that's dynamic the way that life is, because life is dynamic. So, again, get your copy, mark it up, and use it. Okay. So you ready? You ready to dive into this? Type in the comments, I'm ready if you're ready. I'm ready. Yeah. So with that, let's go into this, shall we? All right. Boom. Now, here we are in where we left off. Now I'm going to go over what we went over before. And here we're on page 44. And remember, this is about how riches come to you. You have the right to be rich. You've been given dominion over this earth. You want riches to come to you. And yes, it is a great thing to be rich. You should heavily seek to be rich, because with that richness that comes to you, money, you're able to do a lot more than what you've been doing. So here he says, give every man, every woman, everyone more use value than you take from him in cash value. Then you are adding to the life of the world by every business transaction. Now, I want you to embrace that with whatever business you're in, no matter what it is. Embed within you the idea that you always give more use value than what you are taking from anyone in cash value. More use value than what you're taking from them in cash value. See, that's called leaving someone with increase. Now, there is another chapter here, which is one of my favorite chapters that we will be going over extensively that's tied to that. With that being said, we don't need to go over that in depth right now. Keep in mind, though, that this making this your habit will do more for you than any other habit to increase your income. So give everyone more use value than you take from them in cash value. And then again, from there, what you're doing is you're adding to the life of the world by every business transaction. Now, if you have people working for you, you must take from them more in cash value than you pay them in wages. But you can so organize your business that it will be filled with the principle of advancement so that each employee who wishes to do so may advance a little every day. Now, what's he talking about? He's talking about how you treat people, how you see yourself as someone who's constantly in that giving state. Now, you can make your business do for you, for your employees, what this book is doing for you. You can so conduct your business that it will be a sort of ladder by which every employee who will take the trouble may climb to riches himself. And given the opportunity, if he will not do so, is not your fault. See, what he's saying here is in your business, if you have employees, if you work with people, the more you help them to think like this, the more they will succeed, the more they will get rich. With that being said, if you help them to see that, if you are leading them to that, and you're doing your part, if they don't do it, it's not going to be your fault. See, what he's saying here is to look at it from the lens of not being responsible for them, but being responsible to them. Be responsible to them. And finally, because you are to cause the creation of your riches from formless substance, which permeates all your environment, it does not follow that they are to take shape from the atmosphere and come into being before your eyes. So what he's saying here is to work from cause, to think riches, to think in a certain way, which we're going to dive into even more. Remember, it's all about what's happening in the mind. When you shift what's happening in your mind, how you're thinking, your results change. When you help other people to shift what's happening in their mind, how they are thinking, their results change. They get rich, you get rich, everyone gets rich. Now, before we move further, for those of you who are watching this live stream and are connected with the information and would love to dive more into the rest of these calls and to access the replays, go to elevitality.com and register for Master Your Mind. You'll thank yourself later. So let's continue. Now, I love what he points out here.